Caitlin Clark just secured a starting position on Team USA's latest roster, while Angel Reese was benched. The announcement sent shockwaves through the basketball world, but not for the reasons you might expect. Reese's explosive reaction to being relegated to the bench has reignited every controversy, from alleged intentional fouls to attempts to compete with Clark's golf crossover success. The December Duke training camp was supposed to level the playing field. Instead, it looks like it will widen the gap. If you support Caitlin, comment below. #BabyGoat over BabyGiraffe. The upcoming December Duke training camp represents Clark's chance at redemption after being completely shut out of the 2024 Olympic roster. Head coach Kara Lawson and USA Basketball Managing Director Sue Bird have been closely monitoring Clark's professional development since she entered the WNBA. They weren't just tracking her record-breaking statistics from her rookie season. They were studying her growth as a leader and her ability to make teammates better. Clark entered the Durham facility carrying some baggage, coming off a groin injury that cut her 2025 WNBA season short, while other players had full seasons to showcase their skills. The timing couldn't have been worse for someone trying to prove she belonged on the national team. But Lawson and Bird had seen enough during Clark's first 2 professional seasons to know she deserved serious consideration. The coaching staff had witnessed Clark transform Aaliyah Boston's career in Indiana. Boston went from being a solid post player to an elite two-way threat once Clark started finding her in perfect positions. Their pick-and-roll chemistry became the foundation of the Fever's offensive system. Clark threaded passes through traffic that most guards couldn't even see, and Boston would finish with authority around the rim. Kelsey Mitchell experienced a similar renaissance playing alongside Clark. Mitchell had always been a talented scorer, but Clark's court vision unlocked scoring opportunities Mitchell had never had before. The veteran guard posted career numbers in assists and field goal percentage. Because Clark drew so much defensive attention, Mitchell found herself with cleaner looks than ever before in her WNBA career. Lexie Hall's development told the same story. She transformed from a bench player into a reliable starter, who could knock down open threes and defend multiple positions. Clark's ability to create open shots for role players became a defining characteristic that the coaching staff could not ignore. This wasn't just about individual talent anymore. Clark had proven she could elevate an entire roster. The leadership qualities that emerged during Clark's professional seasons impressed Bird and Lawson more than her college highlights ever did. Clark learned how to manage games without forcing shots, developed the composure to run complex offensive sets under pressure, and most importantly, showed she could accept coaching and adapt her game to fit different systems and personnel. Clark's chemistry with Boston is immediately obvious. They ran pick-and-roll sets that left defenders scrambling, with Clark's timing on passes perfect and Boston's rolls to the basket, creating easy scoring opportunities. The coaching staff saw a partnership that could anchor their offensive system for years. Other players struggled to find that same rhythm in the pros. Angel Reese had trouble adjusting to the pace and spacing required in national team basketball. Her skill set worked in college, but the international style exposed some limitations. She couldn't consistently create her own shot against elite defenders, and her passing wasn't sharp enough to run point-forward sets, which had already been evident during her time with the Chicago Sky. Clark's performance during the training sessions proved she had evolved beyond her college reputation. She was no longer a player who relied solely on deep threes and flashy passes. Clark had developed into a complete floor general who could score efficiently, distribute effectively, and make smart decisions under pressure. The coaching staff saw a player capable of running their offense at the highest level. Clark earned her starting position through pure basketball excellence, not politics or media hype. She outplayed veteran guards and showed she could adapt to different lineups and game plans. Her chemistry with existing national team players was undeniable, especially with Boston anchoring the frontcourt. Clark had positioned herself as more than just a roster addition. Clark became a cornerstone player that Lawson could build around for the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympics. The Olympic snub that once seemed like a devastating setback had instead fueled Clark's motivation, pushing her to a completely new level of basketball excellence. Reese's fury over being benched makes sense when you consider her long history of jealous behavior toward Clark. This wasn't the first time Reese had an explosive reaction to Clark's success. The pattern has been building for years, and anyone paying attention could see it coming from a mile away. It started with those so-called unintentional flagrant fouls that, on replay, looked anything but accidental. Reese had developed a habit of making hard contact with Clark that went beyond normal basketball plays. Officials might have called them ordinary fouls, but the replays told a different story. These were calculated attempts to intimidate Clark and knock her off her game. Remember the 2024 game when Kennedy Carter blindsided Clark with a cheap shot? Reese was caught on camera clapping and celebrating the dirty play. She didn't try to hide her reaction. She was genuinely happy to see Clark taken down. Most players would have stayed neutral or shown concern for an injured opponent. Reese chose to celebrate, revealing everything about her true feelings toward Clark. When Clark won Time magazine's Athlete of the Year, Reese's social media activity further exposed her attitude. Instead of congratulating Clark or staying silent, Reese posted content clearly meant to divert attention from Clark's achievement. She spoke about feeling overlooked and underappreciated immediately after Clark received one of sport's biggest honors. The timing was no coincidence. Reese's Reebok shoe launch disaster highlighted her desperation to compete with Clark's brand power. She launched her Reebok signature shoes in Indianapolis, home of Clark's Indiana Fever, hoping to steal some of Clark's spotlight. The strategy completely backfired. Nobody showed up, making it one of the most embarrassing marketing failures in sports history. The empty venue spoke volumes. While Clark was selling out arenas and drawing massive crowds, Reese couldn't even fill a small promotional event in the same city. Then came the "I can play golf too" comment when Clark dominated LPGA headlines during her off-season golf appearances. Clark had been making waves in professional golf, appearing in Pro-Am tournaments and showing genuine skill. Her crossover appeal was opening doors no WNBA player had ever accessed. Reese, seeing all the attention Clark was receiving, tried to insert herself into the conversation. The golf comment was pure jealousy disguised as confidence. Reese had no prior interest in golf nor demonstrated any skill. She just wanted to diminish Clark's unique achievement. Fans saw right through it. Reese's pattern continued with her business announcements. Whenever Clark signed with major brands or appeared in national campaigns, Reese would announce her own deals shortly after, always trying to catch up and match Clark's momentum. Forbes recognizing Clark as the most powerful female athlete triggered yet another wave of Reese's subtle responses. Instead of celebrating Clark's milestone for women's sports, Reese positioned herself as an alternative narrative, trying to compete with Clark's success. Every single incident revealed the same thing. Reese had been reacting out of jealousy rather than genuine competition. Reese could not handle Clark's success and consistently tried to diminish it. Whether through physical plays on the court, social media reactions to awards, failed marketing attempts, or desperate attempts to copy Clark's crossover success, the pattern was undeniable. Now, with Clark starting for Team USA while Reese rides the bench, that pattern of jealousy has reached its breaking point. Clark's national team selection represents the ultimate validation of her basketball excellence. And Reese finds herself exactly where her behavior has always suggested she belongs. Clark's starting role isn't just about basketball. She's building a business empire that Reese cannot touch. While Reese focuses on drama and social media stunts, Clark is generating real market value through authentic excellence. The numbers speak for themselves. Clark's $28 million deal with Nike dwarfs anything Reese has managed with Reebok. This isn't a typical WNBA endorsement deal. Nike structured Clark's contract like they do for NBA superstars, including a signature shoe line, guaranteed payments, and revenue-sharing agreements. Nike invested in Clark the same way they invested in Michael Jordan decades ago. That level of commitment from the world's biggest athletic brand speaks volumes about Clark's market potential. Clark's signature Nike releases generate more buzz than Reese's entire shoe line combined. The interlocking CCs appeared in Times Square and dominated social media feeds. Her apparel sells out within hours, and the resale market tells the real story. Clark's merchandise often doubles or triples in price. Fans pay premium prices just to wear her gear. Reese's Reebok launch during All-Star Weekend was overshadowed by Clark's absence due to injury. Even when Clark wasn't playing, she was still generating more headlines than Reese's big shoe reveal. Clark's LPGA crossovers and Pro-Am collaborations show her appeal extends far beyond basketball fans. Appearances at Pelican Golf Club drew massive media coverage, reaching audiences who normally wouldn't watch WNBA games. Nike Golf even created endorsement tie-ins specifically for Clark's golf content. The LPGA recognized her drawing power and developed a multi-year partnership that benefits both parties. Clark attracts audiences that don't normally follow women's basketball. Seven-figure speaking engagements prove her cross-market influence, with virtual speaking fees starting at $100,000 per event. Corporate conferences book Clark to discuss her record-breaking rise and impact on women's sports. The Long Island Association paid premium rates to have her keynote their fall conference. Business executives want to hear from Clark because she represents more than athletic achievement. She embodies breakthrough success that translates across industries. Meanwhile, Reese's Reebok venture continues to underperform, with weak sales and minimal consumer engagement. Her social media presence for business announcements pales in comparison to Clark's organic reach. Retail data highlights the stark difference between authentic star power and manufactured hype. Forbes recognized Clark as the fourth most powerful woman in all of sports, ranking her alongside executives who run massive corporations. Forbes doesn't hand out those rankings based on potential. They measure actual influence, revenue generation, and market impact. Clark drives attendance, influences media deals, and creates measurable business value wherever she goes. Clark's selection to Team USA amplifies every brand partnership and opens doors to Olympic-level sponsorships. International exposure creates opportunities with global brands that might never have considered WNBA partnerships before. Olympic athletes command premium endorsement rates, and Clark's starting role puts her in that conversation. The business world recognizes authentic star power, and Clark's position proves she is the real deal. Companies invest in athletes who deliver measurable returns, and Clark's track record shows consistent growth across every business metric that matters. Her brand partnerships generate buzz, drive sales, and create lasting value for everyone involved. The Team USA announcement added millions more to Clark's brand value. While Reese watches from the bench, corporate sponsors pay attention. Olympic exposure represents unmatched marketing opportunities. Clark's business empire continues to expand. While her competitors struggle to build sustainable brands that resonate with consumers, Clark's journey from an Olympic snub to a Team USA starter proves that excellence always wins over drama and jealousy. She turned rejection into fuel, reaching an entirely new level of basketball mastery. The 2026 Fever season has just become must-watch basketball. With Clark bringing Olympic-level experience back to Indiana, fans can expect to see an even more polished version of the player who broke 62 records in her rookie year. Her Team USA training will elevate every aspect of her game. Angel Reese can stay mad on that bench, while Clark writes the next chapter in women's basketball history. If you support Caitlin, comment below. #BabyGoat over BabyGiraffe. Like the video, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss an update. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.